We'll follow you wherever you get a sense of something.
Well, there's an alleyway down here that when I was walking by it, I really got a real strong hit. I saw a lot of activity going on there. And I looked at it as a warehouse coming and going. And a lot of activity there, meaning that it was like a noise. It was more noise that I was hearing of wagon wheels and men talking loudly. So we'll look at that alleyway. And I have to see, as I was walking up here, it wasn't Montgomery, it's down a couple of blocks. A lot of activity here. All kinds of people coming and going. Almost like I'm getting like streams of energy. And when I was meditating on it yesterday and this morning, I had got, like, the buildings weren't this, far down. They didn't go as far down. There were more ports or coming up here. It was easier to get from the water up here than it is now. There were, what do you call it? You know, when you have long places where people go out to the water? Piers. Piers, yeah. I'm feeling a lot of piers were coming up closer, so it was easier. It was easier for what was on the ship, to get off the supplies, get off what they were bringing in off the ships. Because I'm feeling ships closer than where we are now. I'm feeling ships up closer here. It looked like there was I feel like I'm smelling fire. And there was a really big fire here. Because I'm feeling a lot of smell of fire and people upset, people screaming. So this is another area that I'm going to look up. I like to check out my own stuff. Yeah. So this is Montgomery and Pacific, and I'm going to look up and see what burned down here. Did this part burn during the earthquake? I don't remember if it did or not. I'll have to look it up. Because I'm hearing and I'm seeing people, a lot of confusion going on.
The name does sound familiar in the pictures of.
Oh, it does? Okay, good. Yeah, I like to look up and see. Okay, how accurate was that?
Say, don't quote me, but
I'm definitely going to look into it. And I'm looking at people dying.
People dying.
Absolutely. Like a fire and people wanted to jump out and really strong right here. Right here from up to the next block. I don't know what was here. Oh, there are definitely women selling their wares. Right up down the street. Right up and down the street. There is definitely women selling their talents, so to speak. I feel them, I see them hanging out, right here. Right here. Yeah, right in here. Why did you pick this area? It's full of stuff.
Because I know the history, and I didn't tell you purposely.
No.
But I just there must be stuff going on here.
Being in San Francisco, I still really never came down this part of town, really. They're so different now, the buildings. But there were a lot of women, a lot of the women of the night, right here.
Do you sense any, not residual, but active
energy?
Energy, yeah.
Well, there's definitely a lot of active energy in that area that I want to go to, and that's why I was really interested. I mean, it really looked to me like I could see the aura energy there, like coming up from the ground. And I know there's water running a lot under here. Whenever there's water, it really attracts. It's like a conduit. It attracts all kinds of spirit energy. That's been my experience over many years that I've been picking up spirits. This alley right here. What is its name? Oscar? Can we cross over?
Flesh show.
It is now. Oh my God.
It was like that.
Definitely this energy right here. This alleyway is active. And it's active with supplies coming in. And if you could, there feels like there's children around here. So flats. Part must be around here. It's not just all industrial. You know, I'm seeing children around it. Of course, children did work at an earlier age. So, you know, it looks so different than how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it different than what I'm looking at physically. And is there a graveyard around here?
We don't know. We haven't looked up the full history of the area.
I guess it's not always easy to get everything, but this street is very, very active, and the energy tells me that it's still very active. I wouldn't be surprised if people that worked real close here didn't feel at times over energetic and a little chaotic, because there's a lot of chaos here. And I look at what the chaos is the amount of activity. Okay, I just saw my first spirit, my first person.
Somebody's there.
Yes, he's sitting right here, and he's looking at us, and he's laughing. He says he's been sitting here for, you know, he says he's like a watchman. He was the watchman, because he's sitting there with his legs crossed like this and a cap on. I'm gonna just go over and talk to him. Sure. Okay, so he's just saying, if you want to really know some of the stuff that happened here, it's right over that street, right over there, if you want a good time. So I asked him about the graveyard, and he's kind of not sure. He said the street up that we were talking about, yeah, there was a lot going on there, and people were. I think it was a fire. I think people were killed in a fire up there, definitely. I'm going to ask him why he's still here. Because that's why not. Where else is there to go? It's not bothering him. He likes the changes that occur. I don't come out and show it to everybody, he just said. Well, I don't come out and show myself to everybody. So he's getting kind of a kick out of this whole thing.
Wow.
Oh, he says, I'm not the first one. There's people that walk by here.
He's right there.
Yeah. He's right here with his legs crossed like this and kind of like a pipe, laughing. There was a place up here, there was a gambling place. So, and it's right about here, this building right about here.
This building right here.
17, I think it's 17. There was a man, he just told me, there was a man that lived there, and he had a gambling place right here. And it was heavy players. It was a heavy player camp. And there was a lot of opium and like that there. He said the man was not nice. He actually even said to me, if you could do that blessing stuff, do it here.
Oh.
He didn't like this man. This man was a German. Big guy, meaty face. And he says he's still there. He still haunts it. He owns it. To him, he owns this building. Oh, I really want to look at this. I got to. Maybe you can let me know, because I'd like to look up at all of this. I don't know if this was the original building. I don't think so. I think this was later. Oh yeah, there's something in this building. I wonder, is this a business or a house? Yeah, this is the first time that I have actually not felt really great. You know, this has been fun. I showed up laughing because I was walking up here getting so much, and I didn't see the sea, watchman there. I think he used to be a seaman, but he got older. But this is the first time I have not felt really positive.
What are you sensing?
Meaning that whatever went on in this area, I don't know if this is the original house, like I said, was dark. It was very dark. Meaning gambling, lying, Who knows, somebody even got shot and pushed out the door. A lot went on here. And the man that owned it was not a good person. He was, he wanted everything. And that's why he's still hanging around here. I am really interested to find out history of this building. And the way the man is dressed, I would say it had to be probably the late 1800s. Kind of looking at the image I get of the cut of the jacket. And the guy, and maybe the early night, and he's big guy, he's like a beefy face with a kind of a walrus mustache. And big, I think he's big. And not very nice. Well, I wonder if, right on this corner around here, if there was a police station. Now I'm going to write that down. Just out of curiosity. That's Broadway there, right? Or what street is that there? Well, look and see if there was because right up here, I'm looking at the policemen, and they're really directing. There's one man here, policeman, and he's really directing people. Something's going on where he feels he has to stay in touch here. He feels like he has to keep directing people. I mean, he really should just go on. He's a young man. He's definitely in a policeman uniform. It's like it's chaos. This must be when the earthquake happened. Because it's like chaos. Right here. There feels like there is a graveyard. I'm feeling a graveyard over here. Yeah, I'm feeling like a graveyard area. Right up here by Baratole Street. Let me just see. Baratole and Broadway. Because I'm really feeling a graveyard around here somewhere. And I'm thinking it's like an ethnic graveyard, like either Slavic or Scandinavian. Yeah. A mix with the Italians on one side. It's kind of like one of those divided graveyards. But I'm just feeling it right here. But I can't get if it's up there or down here or behind there. It's somewhere over here. And that's the John Yehal Chin Elementary School. So, do you want to go back down this way?
Sure.
Because it's kind of...